Okay, I've checked the servos, I've added the leads, these little blocks, I've just cleaned them up with a sanding block. This time I'm going to use a bit of shrink tube to join the two leads together. Not sure if this is shrink enough. There's a shrink around the main body. No shrink so far. I'll just stop them being able to be pulled apart. So there are various ways you can do it. Probably the easiest is just a little bit of tape just to hold them together, but oh well, I thought I'd give that a try. Okay, so then we have to cut. I've cut that side, so now we'll cut this side again. You can either use a knife or you can use a little iron to there is a recess there to show you where to cut. So I've just cut that little bit out of there. Now these little blocks need to be glued in place. They're a nice fit. I've just run the sander over them a little, so we'll glue them in place. Okay, now I'll just use it. This is a 1.5 millimeter drill bit. The holes are actually in the little spacer block. And the spacer block is there, one to space it and two to strengthen it. So now we can slide in the servos, making sure that we have the servo in the right way round and it goes in with the servo arm facing up and the servo lead facing forward. So the servo horn comes into that cutout in the centre. Again, I just use a couple of the screws that come with the servo to hold the servo in place. I have actually tested and centered these servos and the leads, because I actually, on the last one, I got everything together. I tested the servo and centered it, but I hadn't tested the lead, and when I got the damn thing all together, the servo lead wasn't working. So I pull the whole thing out and start again. Right, now with these two, we have to get them into this little tube. So probably best just to cut a little hole through that. Again, it can't be printed there. Cut a little hole through this web and also into the servo, into the tube there. I'm going to use the iron to do this. This is a little iron that I bought, and it attaches to a 3 or a 4 cell battery. It's very, very good, just for cutting out in awkward places like this. Probably not a lot easier than using a knife, but oh well, boys and their toys. All we have to do is cut the same into feed it through that. and I'll do the same with the other servo. In fact, I might use the same hole in the tube. We'll just cut a hole out in the, so I don't burn the servo lead. And that can just go over the top of there. Like so. Okay, so now we've got all the cables running through the fuselage. We can now stick the rest of the fuselage together. As you can see, I've cut out the top of the. Now I don't know if they pronounce that NACA duct or NACA or NASA duct. I'm sure I don't know, but there's one at the front as an inlet and one at the back as an outlet. So I've not cut out the front yet, so what I'm going to do, again, you can either use the hot knife, the iron, or just an ordinary knife, just to cut out. Again, it has to be printed in there and then cut out afterwards. Just like that. Just a little bit of air in there to cool the AC to feed the cables through. If it'll go through without pulling through, we'll see. It does make life a lot easier. I must admit this. Just to make sure they're in and they're not going to come out. I'm just going to wrap a bit of tape around them again. And then coming apart mid-flight. Okay. Again, I'm going to use an arrow shot to line it all up again and make sure that that will go together without any trouble, which it does. I did actually change this from the last one because I found I didn't have enough taper on these edges, and it was a devil. It was a devil of a job to get together, so hopefully this goes together a lot better. I got the glue on and it would not go together, and then to finish I had to finish it wiping the glue off and starting again. Anyway, hopefully we'll get this one together without any trouble. I can't use my slip-lock joints on this because I want to keep it waterproof for in case I want to use it as a seaplane, which is what it's designed for. And we'll just make sure that it's nice and tightly pushed together. Otherwise, if this is not pushed together properly, the wing tubes for the carbon fibre tubes won't fit together in the wings properly. So just make sure that that's pushed together firmly. Yeah, we can then just all fit in there. Again, I'll do a test fit. That fits together nicely. And we've got all the cables through into the battery bay. Okay. Let me just make sure that that's hung firmly. And there we go. We've got the fuselages together. Okay guys, right now we've got these little recess, what do you call them really, strengtheners that fit into the wing. This was a sort of an afterthought when I decided not to use the booms, although I'm going to try and make it so that the booms can be optional, but they will have to be made from Depron or foam or whatever, because to try and print the booms is nigh on impossible. Not impossible, but I tried it and it didn't come out very successful at all. Well, I'll explain this, I'll show you this on a later video or with photos, with pictures, but I've decided for now anyway to strengthen this tail, because there is a little bit, it's quite strong, and as I say, on the next one it will have another tube running through this section here, which will also add strength, hopefully. But anyway, so for now we've got these, and it won't hurt to have these on anyway. They're little struts. So I've marked where it fits, but on the this is the prototype, remember. On the next one it will have recesses marking where to cut. So I'm just going to cut out this little section here. And again, you can use your hot iron or a knife, as I do. Knife, little knife thing here. This is right above. This is right above the tube for the carbon fibre so we can actually screw through the tube there and into the carbon fibre tube to give it added strength. Now the only thing you have to remember is when you glue these in place is to make sure there's two lots of holes there. As you can see, for a couple of screws. Make sure that the one with the widest hole pattern goes to the inside. Like so. Again, I'll just drill out. And I'm going to glue to the face of the wing and also to the tube at the bottom. And remember, I'm going to glue around the wing surface and also on the bottom of the tube for the carbon fibre arrow shaft. Okay, now we can glue on the former at the back. To save getting glue all over my fingers, putting it in the former and on the other side. Okay, this has to have a top on to waterproof it. And again, I'm going to run a bead of glue on the inside of that. just going to use drill out just through the circle there. And just make sure we get this the right way up. So that's going to be the silver horn there. Goes on there like so, and it has to face down so I can get to it. An M2, I think it's an M2 nut. The rather than using the nuts that come with this thing, I use an M2, I think it is, self-locking nut. And it does a very nice job. Saves having to glue the nut onto the thread, and you can tighten it up, just back it off slightly and have it as nice as you like. So that's a good tip, is that. Tighten that up so it doesn't drop out. And then we can glue that into onto the rudder. Don't know if it makes it any stronger, but I would like to put a little fillet in there. Okay, now these struts can be bolted onto there. We'll drill a hole through there for maybe an M2 nut and bolt. I'm going to use a 1.5 millimeter drill bit to drill through there. Drill through the carbon fibre spar. Once I put the carbon fibre spar in there, I think maybe a little bit bigger drill. I'm not going to screw them down until we put the carbon fibre tube in there, but that should stiffen up that without any problems. Okay.